This is going to be huge. Although I am against Donald Trump being president, today I'm going to refute a New York Times editorial which states that Donald Trump is a danger to himself, the presidency, and the country, solely because he refuses to accept the truth. Now I'm going to prove why this editorial and the claim is wrong because there is insufficient supporting evidence. I will speak about the effect Trump's personality has on his actions, his mental state, and false reporting, along with providing various of supporting evidence. Personalities can be hard to understand. The editor claims this is the essence of Mr. Trump, selling himself or his plans by massaging and embellishing facts or simply making them up and hoping everyone plays along. Although I agree with the editor's statement of Trump saying things without thinking, he is basing this claim on his beliefs without really having any supporting evidence. In order to fully understand why Trump acts the way he does, we have to analyze his personality. The Atlantic analyzed Donald Trump's personality and explained why he is the way that he is. One section of the article stated that Donald Trump was actually raised to be ruthless. According to the article, in 1981, Trump told People magazine that man is the most vicious animals and life is a series of battles ending in victory or defeat. By not understanding Trump's personality nor the history behind his childhood, it will hinder your ability to actually believe what he says. Then, false accusations will be made in the perspective of the person that doesn't believe him, simply by saying that Trump states things in hopes that people follow him regardless of what he says. Trump is just simply stating things that he grew up knowing. Just how we grow up knowing how to walk, grow up knowing how to talk, and grow up knowing how to act a certain way. Throughout history, there have been many successful people who were considered to be insane. The editor states that Donald Trump confects his own reality in order to feed his bottomless emotional and psychological needs. I disagree because the claim is based on an opinion. The editor is making it seem as though Donald Trump has some sort of a mental problem. According to Dr. Francis, people are ignoring the further requirement that is crucial in defining all mental disorders. The behaviors also must cause clinically significant distress or impairment. Trump does not appear to be having any of these symptoms, that is, of having a disorder. Dr. Francis simply stated he just got lucky with his fortune. You can also take into consideration a variety of different people that were considered to be clinically insane, one example being Albert Einstein. And they turned out to be geniuses. The editors needed more evidence and the correct diagnostics in order to prove that Donald Trump is not in the correct mental state. The example of Albert Einstein being called crazy gives you an idea of why you should not judge someone just because they say or do things that are out of the norm. Not everything you see is factual. To support his claim, the editor states that Mr. Trump's allergy to empirical facts leads naturally to his attacks on the media, whose job it is to report accurately and to hold politicians to account for the things they say and do. I disagree with the editor because sometimes the media posts things that might not always be true. Mr. Trump's big personality makes him a target for false information. According to Hall, we argue Trump's unconventional political style receives attention that helps rather than harms his candidacy because it is absorbed as entertainment by a heavily mediatized public sphere. Because of this, there is an exaggeration in the media when Donald Trump says or does things. There have been numerous events in which the media puts out information without obtaining all evidence. The Washington Times reported how U.S. mainstream media owes Trump an apology for accusing him and his supporters for the rise in nationalism that led to anti-Semitic actions and targeted his administration for not addressing them, later to find that Trump was essentially telling the truth. Therefore, not all information acquired from the media will be factual. In fact, the inaccuracy can have a negative portrayal on Donald Trump and his presidency. The main claim can be affected by the editor's knowledge in obtaining this information from these false reports that the media surfaced. Although I'm not in favor of Donald Trump being president, I refuted a New York Times editorial which claimed that Donald Trump is a danger to himself, the presidency, and the country because he refuses to accept the truth. I have proven this claim is not only wrong, but it does not have sufficient evidence to support it. I spoke about the effect of Donald Trump's personality on his actions, his mental state, and false media reports, along with providing supporting evidence from various sources. Thank you everyone for watching. Let's not be so fast to judge people.